And finally, our top American women's finisher, Jess McLean. Jess was 5th overall, now the fastest American woman in Boston Marathon history, running 2:20:49. All right. And one note, Zuhair Talbi, our top American man, he had early travel arrangements this morning, so he won't be joining with us, but we'd like to congratulate him on his record-setting performance as well. All right, Eden, let's start with you. You made an early move and truly took control of the women's wheelchair race early. Was that the plan going in?
Yeah, the downhill for me is really crucial. That's my strongest part, and because it comes so early in the race, it's really important that I make sure I get out fast and I can try and build up a lead. But yeah, it definitely went better than I expected, and being able to hold that gap until the end of the race wasn't what I had thought would happen. So yeah, it went better than I could have planned.
Now, once you crossed the finish, I saw on your wheelchair you were wearing the pin honoring Bob Hall, who passed away just last week. Can you talk about that and what Bob meant to you, or the extra meaning to this year's race?
Yeah, I think I've come into wheelchair racing at a really great time, with much more equality than we've ever had. But if it wasn't for people like Bob Hall, and again like Marcel and all of the other competitors, we wouldn't have that opportunity, and I wouldn't be here today. My life would be very, very different. So yeah, it was not only a race for me, but yesterday it was racing for the people that couldn't be here, and trying to keep that legacy alive in any way that I can, because I know how hard everyone's had to work to get us all here.
Thank you, Ian, and congratulations. Now, Marcel, does winning Boston ever get old?
Luckily, no, definitely. No, it's always a really fantastic experience. I mean, not only to win the Boston Marathon, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic, but even only to participate in the Boston Marathon is something really special for me because of its unique history. And all the things around the Boston Marathon is so special. When you are participating here, the course it's really challenging, and it's one of my favorite courses as well. And the organization here, the spectators, the people here, they're so nice. We are so treated so well here in Boston. So yeah, I would really like to take the opportunity to thank everyone who make this marathon possible, especially Jack, Mary-Kate, Taylor, and everyone here, sponsors, BAA. For me, it's such a great pleasure to come back here every year. No matter if I win or if I got second or whatever, it's such a great experience. And I think it's not only a great experience for me or for us in the wheelchair, it's a great experience for all the runners. And it's such a great thing that we can share this experience with all these thousands of runners who come right next behind us at the start line. It's just an amazing feeling that we are such a big marathon community.
Thank you, Marcel, and on behalf of the whole BAA organization, it's an honor to host you and the entire professional field. Now, in just a couple days, you'll be racing in London, as will Eden. What will you do between now and then to prepare for another 26.2 in just a couple days?
Yeah, tonight we will fly directly to London. And I try to relax as good as possible, have good sleep, good food, some massage, some easy roller sessions, training sessions. And I'm really looking forward for another great race. Now I will go back to London with a lot of confidence from Boston here, from a good race. And yeah, hope the weather will be good again, and really looking forward for another great race.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Marcel. Now, Sharon and John, only once before in Boston Marathon history have both the men's and women's division champions repeated back-to-back. And to do so this year in such quick times, what does it mean to you? John, we'll start with you as the new course record holder.
Thank you first for welcoming back to Boston this year. Mine winning Boston this year was just, coming to Boston this year was just to defend my title and not run that crazy time. But as we were running, the first 5 kilometers, we were under the world record, and then I asked Benson, do this guy want us to run world record this year in Boston? But he told me, I don't know, so we say, let's see how it went. And then we passed the half mark kilometers, then 30 kilometers, that's when I make a move and push. Even after finishing, I didn't know that I've run the cross record or that fast. So, and they told me, and the director told me that, hey, you have run the cross record by almost 2 minutes. So that's why I started to be happy, and I think now I'm good, and I'm happy to run my PB in Boston. And people should say that Boston is fast. It's hard course, you cannot run fast. But yesterday I proved them wrong that you can run fast in Boston and run I think now Boston are the world lead of this year. So for me, I'm happy now and I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, to see you learn that you had smashed the course record, as Jack said, and then I think you jumped about a mile in the sky in celebration. That was a pretty special moment.
I didn't know. I just knew that I've won and I've defended my title, but I didn't know that I've run the cross record and my PB. So that when Jack told me that, hey, you have smashed the cross record, that's why now my heart jump up and say, hey, I'm the happiest man now. So I enjoyed that moment.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, and hopefully you're back next year for an attempt at a three-peat.
For me now, I don't know. I leave that to my manager, Javi, and see if he decides to come back, we'll come back.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, John. Now, Sharon, did you feel extra pressure coming into this race as the defending champion and course record holder?
I think I felt more excitement. Yes, there was a bit of pressure of like, oh, will I be able to defend and all that, but people have done it before, so I believed it's possible. And it's one of those things that you think you're ready, you've done everything that you could, but you never know what will happen on the day. So, but it turned out to be a really great day. We had perfect weather, we had almost everything just for a really good race. I was very, happy with how I raced and with how it went. So yes, it's just an honor being out here and being out there competing as well, and to be able to have defended that, it's special.
I love that. Thank you, Sharon. And you have a big event coming up today. Both you and John are throwing out the first pitch at Fenway Park. Have you been practicing your fastball, and is it as fast as you are on the roads?
Well, we've been touching the balls. We've tried a little bit of movements, so we still have some time to try. If anything, it's very exciting. It's such an amazing opportunity. It never happens, and so to get that and to be able to go, I think we have to at least do something. So yeah, we'll definitely practice after this.
Yeah, as I understand, you'll both go to the common and be tossing the ball around, right?
Oh, we will, I mean, there's a grass area there, so we'll probably go try it.
Well, enjoy and best of luck this evening.
Thank you.
And Jess, 2:20:49, a personal best by nearly 2 minutes, and the fastest time ever run in Boston by an American woman. Many American legends. Yeah. When you think about all the American legends who have run on the Boston course, you think of Joni and Dina and Shalane, and to be fastest of them all, what does that mean to you?
It means so much. It wasn't something that was necessarily top of mind coming into this weekend. I was excited, like Sharon, to come back and try to have a day like I did last year. I was probably a little more nervous than you were, it sounds like. I was excited, but I felt the pressure a little bit. And I think you think about the course record on the American side, at least on a day like yesterday when the weather is so good. But yeah, to have my name in the books alongside those women is pretty amazing. So walking away from this weekend, super proud and super excited. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned, some of the American women yesterday. I know when we saw each other at the finish, you insisted on greeting and welcoming some of your other American competitors once they crossed the line. There are 8 U.S. women in the top 15 and 4 in the top 10, all under 2:23. How special is that to have such a big American day yesterday?
So awesome. I think the American contingent on the women's side this year was unreal. I think hats off to MK for getting amazing women to line up on the American side. We had the podium, yes. MK's the best. We all know that. Yeah, to have, the 3 women who competed at the Olympics, to have world team members, basically an American championship wrapped into a world major is kind of how I've come into this weekend framing it. But I think running alongside Annie and Dakota and some of the Americans who, were leading the race early on and who were aggressive early on, I think we have that top American spot in the back of our mind, but for some reason this weekend it just felt like a lot of us had goals beyond that. Like we wanted to be as close to this one as possible. Running behind Sharon, I'm like, oh my God, how does she look this good going up? Heartbreak. She's amazing. But Annie had an amazing race. I knew she was somebody that I would be gauging off of later in the race just based on last year. And I think the Americans had a day yesterday. I know I'm so excited to go back and watch the men's race too because it seemed unbelievable. But yeah, just an amazing day all around. And I'm excited to see how the story continues to unfold heading into 2028. But it's races like Boston that bring the cream of the crop, the best of the best, and to be here and to line up alongside the amazing American women, but the international field is something that I am so privileged to do. Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Justin. It was certainly a monumental day for the American field yesterday. We're now going to do a photo op with our champions, and then we have a very special ceremony that will be led by Jack Fleming in just a minute. So, thank you.